Well, Paul Freeman, they tell me that you're a bit of a bad weather curse. Every time you roll up to go racing, it seems that the clouds roll in. And that was told to me by your in-laws, so it's got to be true.
Yeah, you could say it's a drought breaker. I hope it doesn't happen tonight, because we're not on the track that often, and especially me these days. I sort of try and make the most of it, but we'll see how we go, eh?
We're in a very different environment to where we were last weekend, where it was a princess birthday party. There was princesses and tiaras and face painting galore, and now you're just going to get muddle over you.
Sorry.
I'm still going.
Yeah, well, that was a good day for Chloe.
Your daughter Chloe turned 4. Paul, explain this.
Well, 4 years ago, she was born, and Kate wanted to do something very big for Chloe, and it was a good day. We had all our special friends around, and it worked out a really good day.
Your son didn't beat up too many of the guests?
No, he was pretty quiet. He's all right. He's a little bit, gets a bit excited, the big crowd, but he's good.
Now, Freeman, apart from racing cars, you're also a devout fisherman. You love to get on the end of a rod. Tell me about the greatest day of your life.
Yeah, well, it was probably about 15 years ago, up in the Gulf Carpentaria, and it's got a barra, caught a barra, and it was probably the biggest fish I've ever caught.
What kind of size?
I think it was just touching on a metre, and I don't know what it weighed, but it was just an awesome experience. I was up there with some family, my sister, and just camping, and it was, I must say, close to the greatest day of my life.
So just to clarify that, the closest to the greatest day of his life was catching a fish. Was not the day he got married, was not the day his children were born, or the date he met his wife, Kate. It was catching a fish. Yeah,
well, I'd have to look, when you look back at things, it was very close. No, of course, being married and the birth of your 2 children, that takes the cake. But
it's going to be even more frosty on his side of the bed than normal. Tell me about this car. Are you going to win? What's the plan?
Well, it's an old girl, but it's a good one.
Again, enough references to the wife. Can we go back to the race car?
Now the pressure's on you. It's an old car that we've converted. It was a diff-driven Pulsar car. We've converted it to a motorbike motor, running a chain. So
what engine?
To Kawasaki 1000.
Oh, Kawasaki.
Yeah, so we hurt one at the end of last season here, actually. So this is another one. We're going to give it a go, and I was very impressed with the motorbike motor power compared to the Pulsar. I was a bit, sceptical at first, but it really gets up and goes. So yeah.
What is Connect Paper Plus?
He's a friend. It's a paper distributing company, and they showed interest in the sport through friends, through Graham Allard. It's actually Darren Allard, Graham Allard's brother. And he wanted us to do our best, and so he's thrown some money at it, and that's what we're doing.
So meeting him was perhaps the greatest day of your life?
Of course it was, yes.
Matty Geering, you must be amped.
Yeah, very excited for tonight.
How old are you, mate?
16.
Dude, have you got your L's yet?
Yeah, I got my L's a couple of months ago.
All right, fair enough. Your dad, of course, used to race around here a fair bit back in the day. Had a few good crashes here as well.
Yeah, he's had a couple of big ones here. Hopefully I won't have any.
Yeah, absolutely. You have a gorgeous race car. Tell us about this car.
Well, the car, the bottom half of the car was the stickers on it that when we bought it, and we just redid the wings with my number on it, because I really liked the design when we bought it.
Matty, tell me about your karting, because you've done Speedway karts and also bitumen as well. What's more fun?
In karts, I like the tar a lot more. It's a lot faster, a lot more close racing, a lot more competition. I do enjoy racing the dirt, but I do enjoy the tar more in karts, but I like racing the Litre Car a lot.
Yeah, now what are your plans in Speedway?
For now, I'm just going to race the Litre Car, see how I go in that. Hopefully one day I'll get to drive a sprint car.
That's your plan?
Yeah, hopefully.
So tell me what your bro's going to be doing. Is he still racing karts? Like, what are his plans as well?
He's going to keep racing karts, and he wants to race a midget when he's 16.
Oh, man. How far away is that?
4 years.
So Dad's going to have to save up some money, because between the two of you, you're going to burn some.
Yeah.
What's your goal in racing beyond sprint cars? Are you always going to stay on the dirt, you think, or are you going to have some sort of tar racing as well?
No, I think I'm going to stay on the dirt from now on.
What do you love the most about racing?
Just the competition and driving against people.
Yeah, sure. Any chance you could race against Dad one day? Like, would he ever make a comeback to have a bit of a skid against you, or are his days numbered?
I don't think he wants to come back, but it'll be good to race him.
Yeah, absolutely. In your Speedway karts, explain to people what they are and how competitive they are.
Well, they're pretty much the same as Targo karts, except they just run wet tyres. And it is very competitive, very close.
So you've never run this car before, but you had a skid in a practice session. How nervous are you? I mean, what are you expecting from this car tonight?
I'm very nervous. We started up so it runs, but hopefully nothing breaks on it.
Good luck tonight, mate.
Thank you.
So A-Main time for the Litre Sprints, brought to us by American Tyre and Racing. The lineup this way. Starting on pole in car 31 is Paul Freeman. On his outside, car 46 of Matty Reid. Inside, second row, car 24 of Robert Taylor. On his outside, car 9 of Sean Barnett. Inside, next row, car 21 of Shane Cooper. On his outside, in his first start in a full race meeting, car 75 of Matt Geering. Next row, car 6 of Jordan Binskin. Jordan Binskin in car 6. On his outside in car 11 is Myers. Then we go back to the next row, car 78 of Atwood and car 3 of AJ McTaggart, that's had an absolute shocker, and Broadley in car 35 getting a push start down here on the front straight. That's our starting grid for the Litre Sprints. A-Main brought to us by American Tyre and Racing.
So it's a good chance for Freeman to have a bit of a crack here alongside Matt Reid. Beautiful night for racing. Good to see the weather gods have played the game. Taylor on that inside second row with Barnett right alongside him as we get set to go. Field gets brought up and we are after it. Oh, up the inside, the 24 car was lightning quick. No Aussie champ out there too, I noticed, Stewie.
You remember he fried his gills earlier on.
Yes.
So he is not out there as Darren Salmon, but your race leader is Paul Freeman. Matty Reid back there in second spot. Robert Taylor in third. Sean Barnett in fourth. Then you have Shane Cooper and Matty Geering going side by side. Give it to Cooper, takes over position 5.
Great battle going on for that fourth position. Oh, Barnett's got problems. He's off the edge of the racetrack and may not get back to the pits. Clearly something has gone wrong with the number 9, which is fairly rare. Oh, Cooper on the outside. Really good battle going on there. He comes back at Taylor.
Atwood stopped here on the front straight, will go yellow, and also Cooper stopped, Barnett I should say, stopped on the outside of turn number 1. So we get back on the loud pedal. Oh! Binskin went over the back of Cooper. Cooper's car didn't go, and Binskin rode it, lucky not to take a wild ride. So your race leader is Paul Freeman. Robert Taylor slides into second. Now AJ McTaggart has not fired a shot all night, and he's now in third position.
16 laps to go. Freemo is checking out. Could it be the greatest day of his life?
It's Chloe's birthday, remember, tomorrow.
The 3 car starting to range in there as well. So AJ McTaggart, he needs a bit of a break in the luck. Hasn't had a great deal of it lately. 24 car as well. Robert Taylor has been very lively. He and Cooper side by side. Oh man, carrying plenty of speed with 14 laps remaining. The very likeable Paul Freeman. Got a very unique top wing setting on that car.
Yeah, he keeps it flat, doesn't do anything, and a lot higher it seems than everybody else's as well. But the other thing that I noticed with Freeman's car, the frame looks a whole lot smaller and shorter than what McTaggart's does.
You're right, does too. Watching back in that third spot, it's Cooper. Am I seeing another?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Car spun in turn 1 and 2.
We get set to go. Freeman again to lead away. Wow, Cooper storms up the inside on Taylor. 12 to go this next time by. Reid, whoa, Matt Reid just threw on Geering. And we just saw the 6 car slowing dramatically. And young Matt Geering almost had a big problem crashing into the back of it.
So AJ McTaggart's taken over the race lead. Freeman back into second. Cooper's in third.
Well done to the 6 car to get to the infield. Jordan Bingskin without having to cause a restart. Myers battling there with Geering and continues to improve. Top 3, not much in this. And we have only 10 laps remaining. Freeman coming back to second and opening up a fair bit of ground is McTaggart now.
Yeah, McTaggart has hardly done an angry lap all night in the heat races, and then he's come out and he's leading the feature race. He's got a fast race car run on the top side of the racetrack. He went to the bottom when he got past Freeman into 1 and 2, but then he went straight back to the top. It's all about momentum for his car, and he's got it working well on the top side. Freeman, he's running a little bit narrow and then drifts up coming out of the turns, trying to run down AJ McTaggart. Now he's pulled away from Cooper ever so slightly. 8 laps remaining.
Yeah, laps are starting to tick by. Just watching Cooper, who's really been very aggressive throughout the course of the night, always charges hard. We come back to this main straight with 7 laps remaining. McTaggart has a good line worked out. The car is stuck nicely. Probably the only real interest is Taylor, Reed, and now Geering as we watch this 16-year-old Matt Geering. Now Matt Reed is closing in on Taylor a bit. There's a shot of the teenager, the CNA Mobile entry, 2nd generation racer. His dad Craig was always pretty handy around here in a Litre Car as well.
Yeah, then Craig turned his hand at sprint car racing as well for a little while. Has Freeman closed in a little bit on AJ?
If anything, it's the other way around with Cooper closing in on Freeman. Look at this. So Freeman, with only 4 laps to go, is now under extreme duress as Cooper comes on. Battle for second on screen.
Is Freeman getting tired?
Possibly.
His crew chief, Graham Allard, would certainly agree with that. Race leader, though, AJ McTaggart. He's just stayed kissing the boards on the top side the whole way round so far in this 20-lap A-Main. 2 to go as he comes through turns 3 and 4. Freeman still there in second. Cooper back there in third.
Look at Reed coming after Taylor on the outside. Little Matt Reed makes a good run to the outside. Taylor denies him. Noise flag again on Matt Reed. So that'll be a big problem for Matt Reed once more. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, only the 1 lap to go from McTaggart. Can Freeman hold on because Cooper is looking pretty good? No, I think Paul might just get there. Well done, McTaggart. He will get the win. Solid job. Second is Freeman. Third is Cooper. Taylor. Then Geering. Geering gets a top 5 on debut, Stewie.
Yeah, he certainly has done a great job, and he's just looking at his lap times. He's actually been very quick. Quickest lap was his 11th lap, so everybody else was a little bit earlier than that. So Matty Geering certainly got faster as that feature race went on.
Unsurpassed protection for today's hotter running, higher compression engines. Valvoline with next-gen technology. Made with 50% recycled motor oil. Finally, performance meets environment. We'll make a tree hugger out of you yet.